Live. Yeah, we're live. Hey guys, welcome back to Talking Blues. Welcome back to another live stream. Hope you're all doing well today. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. Before we get into the stream, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this stream out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out. Thank you so much for joining us today. Come and leave your thoughts in the chat about today's game of Brighton at 4, Chelsea 1. Yes, you did hear that right. We're here with Chris again, and do you want to just say hi, Chris, and just just give a few thoughts today about the game today, from your view.
Yeah, come on in, drop your comments in the box, and join Chris here with us. What an abysmal game. Very boring as well to watch. Towards the latter part of the second half, I was just falling asleep. What a total waste of time. And I believe, after the second goal, Potter knew he was beat. Yeah, absolutely.
So Chris, do you want to come in and give your thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, hope everyone's well. The performance was an absolute shambles. As soon as we go one goal down, people are going to praise. No, I'm going to go into players in a minute, but I'm talking about the performance as a whole. When you go 1-0 down, as a team, your priority should be to push up and get the equaliser and then get the next goal in quick succession. But we are just... The team is full of spineless players that are happy to collect their wage but won't make the effort on the pitch. And, some of the players are just shambles in front of goal. I cannot believe what we're seeing today. And a team that has been defensively quite sound since Potter came in, to concede the goals in the way we did was embarrassing. Thiago Silva has been getting a lot of praise. He was shit today. Okay, and I apologise for swearing on the channel. He was poor today. He was poor. People are going to say that he cleared the goal line clearance twice. Well, I think people forget that the first goal line was his mistake anyway, when he tried to clear the ball, when it went towards a Brighton player and the ball nearly went in the net. He done it there. And the second time, he done well to clear the ball. But then the first goal was an error that came from him.
Yeah.
Big mistake from him. Even the goal when Mendy came on, I think it was the fourth. He's one-on-one and the keeper there. There's Kovacic who's just running there, clueless. Chalobah's just walking back. What are we doing defensively? Shocking. It's not as if we didn't have our chances either. We had our chances today. We had our chances. Was it Pulisic and Gallagher? Gallagher hits it straight at the keeper. And then goes to Pulisic. Pulisic hits the side netting. It's embarrassing. It's really, really embarrassing. That was pathetic, and it's we need to bounce back. As simple as that. If I see another performance like that in quick succession, so if we perform like that against Zagreb, I know we've qualified, but if we perform like that against Zagreb, Potter's under pressure. I don't care. I do not care if he's just come into the job. He is under pressure. He's come in because we were fed bullshit by Bowley to say that Tuchel's vision wasn't in line with his, right? Okay, so Potter needs to get results then. If Potter doesn't get results, I don't care. We're not Brighton or Rostersons. We're Chelsea Football Club. We demand standards. And if you're not meeting the standards, you can get out the door, mate. I don't care. I'm not giving you 2 years time. We need to win. We need to win. That was a shambles today.
Yeah.
Thanks for that, Chris. Really appreciate that. So I'm going to give my thoughts because I need to get this off my chest before I lose my shit. What the actual fuck was that? What was that? From start to finish, from beginning to end, it was pathetic. It was a waste of my time. I shouldn't even bothered with the stream today. I shouldn't even have bothered to watch the game. Because all I saw today was a load of footballers prancing about on the pitch. Not doing anything. My club is Chelsea FC. If I have to continue watching that, Cucurella was a disgrace. We'll get on to the players in a bit, and we'll review them player by player. But Cucurella was crap. Sterling was crap. Gallagher was crap. Gallagher actually not bad, but
It wasn't perfect.
Mount there, Pulisic there. You know, all these sorts of players, world class quality players. Seriously, I'm disgusted. I'm ashamed. Because what I watched today was like watching Cardiff City or Barry Town, not Chelsea. Potter, I agree with what you said, Chris, right? We have a standard at Chelsea that we expect the manager to live up to. And if Potter's not that guy, then he can get out. The rest of the players, right? We're showing how much we miss Reece James today. It is beyond belief. It's beyond shambolic. It's beyond disgraceful. I can't even find a word to get around that shit show. But there we go. I mean, look. So that's my view. And if it continues like that, then Potter is under pressure. No doubt.
No, can I just say there simply as well? I'm quite speaking of Potter. I'm getting sick and tired of him getting asked about the Brighton. He's a Chelsea manager. Stop asking him about Brighton Football Club. Yeah, I know he left midway through the season. I know he started the season well with Brighton. I don't care. He's a Chelsea manager. And I think Potter needs to start saying that to the media now as well. I don't care. You know, I heard today a question, something like the job he done at Brighton. That's great. But Potter's like, I left him in quite a good position. He should be simply saying, we've just been beat 4-1. My focus is on Chelsea. My focus is on Chelsea Football Club and this team. And we're going to be trying to put it right. Instead, he says, I left that club in quite a good position. Well, mate, the way you're going with Chelsea at the moment with that result today, if you don't get it right with the performances in terms of results as well, we've not won in the league since, when was it? Palace?
Yeah.
So, I think, get Brighton out your head, pal. You're getting paid millions a year to be Chelsea manager, not Brighton manager. We've given you the opportunity. Step up and start delivering. And that's the way it is. So, you know, and Ben, I disagree with what you said there as well. When you've said, you mentioned the names of Mount, Pulisic, Gallagher. You said world-class quality. There's only one world-class player in that team now. And it's quite evident when he's not playing, it affects our team, and it's Reece James. It was Kante, but now Kante's over the hill. Kante will be leaving on a free. Reece James is the only world-class player in that team. Mason Mount's not world-class. Conor Gallagher's not world-class. Christian Pulisic cries every time he doesn't get picked. But when he gets picked, he puts in performances like that. So then you think to yourself, wow. And then his family kicks off saying, why is he not playing? Because he's dog shit. That's why he's not playing. This is not the US national team. This is Chelsea Football Club. He might do it for the US national team. I don't care. I'm not American. I'm a Chelsea supporter. If you're not playing for the club, go away then. See you later. And we'll get players that want to play. Why is he not playing Zakaria?
Yeah.
Zakaria is a defensive midfielder, and I don't understand this idea.
What a waste of time that is.
We've paid a loan fee for him. If we're not going to use him, then what was the point of signing him? I know it was a signing under Tuchel, but it was a Bowley signing. It was about face, I think, that signing, to be honest. And I think when we have to analyse the whole situation, sometimes over this season I've questioned it. Is Bowley, is he the right owner? Is he the right man to take us forward? I know I miss Abramovich, right? I miss his ways. I know the hire and rehire and fire situation, all that stuff with Abramovich and that. But it got results. I don't care about football. I don't care about like how we play. We're Chelsea Football Club, right? Whether we play good football or not, as long as we're winning trophies and we're getting results, that's all I care about. End of story. Dad, your thoughts?
Yeah, well, right from the outset of the game, I just had that niggling feeling in the back that they were going to score. You know, within the first few minutes, Brighton, you could actually, see all the telltale signs there. I think, after that first goal as well, we bottled it. We were lucky to get the one goal, as a complimentary goal, I suppose, if you want to call it that, in the second half. But, the players, these are world-class players. And as Chris mentioned, just a few moments ago, that, we're missing one key player. And if the whole club, depends on one key player and can't win a game when that one key player is injured, it speaks volumes, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And as far as I'm concerned, they were totally piss poor. They didn't even play, as they've played in previous games, such as in the Champions League. The last time we won a league game, I think it was at Crystal Palace.
Yeah.
And Brighton is a mediocre team. Yeah, okay, they've had some wins, against good sides, but they're a mediocre team. And like you say, we're world class. We go out there, for years we've been in the Champions League. We've won the Champions League. We won the Europa League. We won the World Cup. And today we were out there, and I'm going to say this. I've seen teenage kids playing better in a park than what they played today, and that's that.
Look, at the end of the day, we'll all have our views, but I think we need to just point out some players today. I think we need to point out some specifics. I think the one thing that bugged me today was Cucurella. Cucurella was a certainty for me that really annoyed me. He really didn't look good. He was getting booed every time he was on the ball. He's quick. He's supposed to be electric when he's running and when he's chasing back. Solly March bodied him, went past him like he wasn't even there. Mm-hmm. Tell me how that's correct. Because to me, Cucurella should be putting him on his backside. Guys, let us know your thoughts in the chat about the whole game. Let us know your thoughts in particular about any players you were unhappy with today, or anything you were unhappy with today. I would love to hear it. Chris, was there any player that really bothered you today?
Well, as I've said them before, Silva was poor. Sterling was poor.
Yeah.
Pulisic was poor. Yeah. For me, Mason Mount should have been left out the side. And when I mean left out the side, he probably shouldn't have went to Brighton. Should have been left outside the stadium. Should have walked back to Chelsea. Because this guy gets a lot of protection, Mason Mount. And he's been absolute dog shit. The thing is with me, the changes he made in the 60th minute, bringing on the Aubameyangs and stuff like that. Yeah. He should have done that at half-time.
Half-time, yes.
Do it at half-time, because it's clear you're going to get the same result. I know Havertz scored after the break. Cool, great. But what do we do after that as soon as he scored? As soon as you score the goal and you're free, at the end of the day, we're not playing prime Real Madrid. We're playing Brighton. Right, I know people are going to say, yeah, but the scoreline, it's like it's a big hurdle. Yeah, it's a big hurdle, but we got ourselves in that position due to our lacklustre defending. So we need to get ourselves out of that defending. So then, we score the goal from Havertz. So then the first thing it should be is get the next one. We've still got plenty of time. Still got plenty, because then we were what? 3-1 down by then? Or was it 2-1?
3-1.
3-1 down, so you can get the 2 goals, get the equaliser and chase for that winner. Yeah. And we never done it. We just scored after half time. And then when it comes to defending, we're just walking back. Chalaba's just walking, taking selfies with the fans. Hey.
Yeah.
It's embarrassing.
Yeah.
So, Potter, mate. Obviously, I'm not going to say Potter out. Obviously, I'm not. But I'm not going to say I'm Potter in either. Because, as I say, lads, I said it to you before the stream started, I've never ever been Potter's a genius, Potter's that. I said, look, he's been given the opportunity. Let's see how he does. Because I'm a realist. I know that Tuchel's never going to be given the Chelsea job back. Yeah. So, we keep hearing all this stuff about Todd Bowley saying he wants to win this, he wants to win that, he wants to buy this, he wants to do that. Well, put your words into action then and do it. Yeah, because the one thing with that is Roman never said it, but he delivered by his actions. Yeah, Todd Bowley seems to be delivering with his words, but not by his actions. £287 million spent, £287 million pounds spent, and we've been lacklustre.
Yeah. This could sort of signify, just in the next couple of games, that, basically Graham Potter is punching, above his weight type of thing. He can't handle the pressure, as you say,
Yeah,
Chris.
I said it was a risk.
And
when he got appointed, I said it was a risk. And it is.
Yeah, absolutely. And, something's got to give because, you look at the table today and what we down to now is it's seventh, eighth place.
We could be sixth by tomorrow.
Or sixth by tomorrow. Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
The opportunity was there, obviously. Managers will get told about other scores that are going on. So Graham Potter would have been told that Spurs were 2-0 down to Bournemouth. I know Spurs won.
Yeah.
Right. However, the urgency should be, okay, Spurs are down there. We're in touch and distance within points. Newcastle, I'm not saying Newcastle will finish anywhere near the top four, whatever. But at this moment in time, Newcastle are there pushing for points. We play them in 2 games' time or whatever in the Premier League. We should be pushing on. We should be grabbing these points and pushing on to that. It was before the Brentford game, we were 3 points behind City. We're 3 points behind City in that Brentford game. Now 3 games are gone, City are top of the league. So it just shows you, if you get your things right, if we could have been top of the league, we could have been matching top of the league if we beat Brentford, beat United, and beat Brighton, which realistically we should do. We should be putting Brentford away. We scored against that penalty against Man United. We should be holding on to that 3 points. We conceded against Casemiro. And then today, 4-1.
I know. Yeah.
It's embarrassing, mate. I mean, I'm shocked.
I'm not shocked, mate, because these players are fucking. If there's one thing is guaranteed, deaths, taxes, and Chelsea letting you down, and that's you get that time and time again.
Yeah. And the thing is, we're going to be classed as a mediocre team before long if this keeps going. We'll, whether it be maybe next season if we play like we're playing now, because that league is changing all the time. Yeah. And some of these teams are going from strength to strength. Yeah. And without the right manager, without the right players, we're just going to descend down to the bottom sooner or later. Yeah. And, we can't have that. We're one of the, what is it they call it? The 5 giants, is it?
Yeah.
Of the Premier League.
We're one of the faces of the Premier League,
yeah.
I think am I right in saying, guys, that we're all in agreement with this, that Potter is a decent manager. He is a decent manager, but I don't think I thought did Bowley not learn from Abramovich when Abramovich hired Lampard? That was a big risk.
Well, no, but the reason Lampard was hired is because we wouldn't employ a world-class manager due to the situation we were in with the transfer ban. Lampard was an option where he came in, done a great job, got his top 4, and where we were basically couldn't sign any players, right? That's why Lampard was employed. Lampard would not be a Chelsea manager if we didn't have that transfer ban, right? Bowley, right, has looked at Brighton this season and thought, oh, wow, he's done a great job with that team. There's a reason he's done well with that team. Is because he was given time at Brighton. He was given the opportunity with Brighton, okay?
Yeah.
And when he comes under pressure at Brighton, the likelihood is he won't be sacked due to Brighton being a mediocre club. But when you go to Chelsea, the standards are 10 times higher, 100 times higher. If you don't hit the ground running, you're going to be out the door, or you should be out the door. And I'm telling you right now, we need to turn this around. I know it's a one game, people are going to say, oh, you're so reactionary. I don't care. We got turned over today, 4-1 by Brighton. We need to bounce back. We need to put Zagreb away. I'm confident in that. Then it's crunch time against Arsenal, right? Then it's crunch time against Newcastle. Potter needs to get it right. He stop rotating, stop changing everything left, right. Stop playing a 4-2-3-1 and then a 3-5-2 and then a 5-3-2 and then a 3-4-3. Just stick to one formation and stick to the same players.
I mean, Are we right in saying? Am I right in saying that or are you in agreement with if Potter loses to Arsenal, we're under pressure?
No, he's going to be under pressure if we go on a run of losses and draws. So, for example, if we lose or draw against Arsenal, right, it's not the end of the world. If we lose or draw against Newcastle, you're looking at, pressure. When we come back after the World Cup, and if this form continues, then he'll be under pressure. So, It's simple as that. Simple as that.
Yeah. I mean, 8 concurrent viewers in the stream, guys. Thank you so much. 10 concurrent viewers now. Thank you so much for joining us today, guys. Please come and leave your thoughts on the game in the chat. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Dad, I got a question for you in regards to what you saw today. Sterling. We need to have a conversation about Sterling, obviously. Is he a flop? Is he a flop? Is he made out what we wanted him to be? And was it just like, oh, we've signed Sterling now, we've got a decent attacker? He still can't finish his dinner. He proved that at Man City a few times.
Mm-hmm. Well, he had the same problem at Man City. One thing I always remember, when we won the was it 2020 Champions League? Yeah, and he was steadfastly, trying to score, to equalize against us, and then I watched him play, numerous games with them. I wouldn't put him on a pedestal and say, he's this great superstar, of the Premier League or anything like that. So playing for us, he scored a few goals, albeit, but I just think that I'm watching him of recent, and especially today, he's not running, he's quite lazy, and it's as if, they take for granted, that, win, lose, draw, whatever the fucking case may be, we're still going to be paid our wages, and that's their attitude. That is their attitude, God, if I was a manager or owner of a club, I would say, if you're playing piss poor, you're not going to be paid half your wages. You might not even get any. But
I mean, Chris, what about you? Would you say Sterling is a flop, or would you say there's still time for him to prove himself yet?
No, he's not a flop. I don't think he needs to prove himself. I think he's already proven himself with the numbers he's got in the Premier League. He's in the Premier League 100 club, and he's a multiple Premier League winner. And yes, I know that's with City, but then also you've got to look at the two different sides. I mean, when he's at Man City, he's got, players around him that can create and can finish. We've got players that are just lacklustre in front of goal. He's went from the likes of playing with Bernardo Silva, Riyad Mahrez, Kevin De Bruyne, to playing with Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, Christian Pulisic, Hakim Ziyech, who doesn't want to be there. Some of these players I mentioned don't even want to be here by the looks of things. Pulisic doesn't want to be here. Pulisic does not want to be here. So I've said it time and time again, go then. Put a transfer request in, mate. If you want to play football and, clubs won't come in for you because your wages, lower your wage demands then. If you want to play football, leave. You're not obliged to stay at Chelsea for the rest of your career. Leave. Hakim Ziyech, leave. You don't want to be here. Go to Milan. Go to Milan then, mate. But look, that's what I'm saying, lads. So the reason Sterling done so well is because, look, he's I like him. I think he's a good player. He's a quality player, right? And he would mix that in with the quality that Man City's got in terms of Bernardo Silva, Mahrez, Jesus when he was there. That was great. A great team, good team. When it comes to Chelsea, he's working. If we had a team that had, so there's 11 players in the field. If we had 7 Reece Jameses on the pitch, we would be fine. But we don't have one. No. We have one, and the rest, I'm not, apart from Silva, Kante when he can play, Kovacic, Stalling, I'll put him in there. I think Stalling's been okay. I think it's just been a little blip. I even put Cucurella in there. I like Cucurella. Ben Chilwell. Apart from those players I mentioned, the rest. Mount is bang average. I'm sorry, he's bang average, and he's been bang average for a while. And he's living off a Champions League assist, and Kai Havertz is living off a Champions League goal. So to answer your question, Ben, no, Sterling's not a flop. No, Sterling is not a bad signing. He'll probably end up being a top goal scorer this season, right? And it won't be astronomical numbers, but Mason Mount wasn't. So that just shows the standards we're in, and we need to up our standards in terms of quality of players we bring in. So, in terms of Raheem Sterling, no, he's not a flop. But some of the players around him need to perform as well. I mean, as I just said, I could go speak all night about Mason Mount and stuff like that, Kai Havertz and Christian Pulisic. But I think some of them need to pull their finger out.
Yeah, and one of the things I think we're lacking, and you see a lot of these other clubs like Leeds, Brighton today, there's a certain type of hunger, and we haven't got that. The fire in the belly, and that determination to win, that grit. We'll go right down to the wire and everything else. That is, the last few games you've seen, it's gone, it's deflated. Yeah. And we need to be doing this every game. And especially, within the Champions League, within the Premier League, those two titles, they speak volumes, for teams of this caliber. And this is our problem, like you say the word over again, Ben, Chris, lackluster. There's nothing there. They don't shine.
I mean, what it is, as I said before, I've said that in a previous stream, lads, as well. To win the Premier League nowadays, you need to go on a 13-game winning run to have that cushion of points. You need to go on a 14-game winning run. Chelsea, with these players, cannot do that. Can we do it with a better bunch of group of players? Sure. But then, when you have the likes of, when you're relying on the Mason Mount to put off a chance, when you're relying on a Kai Havertz to put off a chance, good luck. It's basically, it's an 80-20, 80% chance they'll miss it and a 20% chance they'll put it in the back of the net. We cannot go on a string of wins because of the lackluster players in this team. They're getting paid millions a year for doing nothing. For the majority of the season. For the majority of the season, they do nothing, right? And so what's the point of Reece James performing like he is? What's the point? If I was Reece James, I would be sitting there saying, why the fuck am I performing week in, week out, putting my, working my socks off for you bums?
Exactly.
So, it's frustrating, and it's really, really embarrassing today. Really embarrassing.
I mean, okay, so now we're going to run through the lineups. We're going to run through the lineup and we're going to rate each individual player out of 10. I think it's important that we do this just to give a real, idea of.
Okay, now I might as well just say 0.
We're going. You can say 0, but we're going 0 to 10. Kepa Arrizabalaga.
So why don't we start with you? You give your rating first, then Ben, then your dad, and then me. So go on, Ben.
So Kepa today was decent. It was none of the goals were his fault. I believe that he's a decent goalkeeper. He's been, otherwise we wouldn't have as many clean sheets as we've had in the last few games. I believe that he's reinvigorated himself, and now he's just got himself injured. It's unfortunate, and it's going to be a detriment to our results. I'm going to rate Kepa a solid 6. Dad?
Funny thing was, I was looking around that side of the rule, to say that, from a 0 to a 10. I was looking at him around about a 7. He didn't look confident, today. I wouldn't say, from the outset, but he didn't look confident in the first number of minutes of the game when the first goal was scored. And the second one, when you actually seen his face, he was totally deflated. Yeah, everything started to go to pot then. But yeah, I would give him a 7. Like you say, it's not all his fault. The defense that was just diabolical.
When you got that poor defense playing in front of you, you're gonna be less confident.
Yeah.
So you're rating him a 7, yeah?
I'll rate him as a 7. Yeah.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah, I mean, look, the guy has been unbelievable the last few weeks in terms of performances. I think today, he wasn't the best. I mean, as I say as well, in terms of results, it goes back to performances as well. You're never going to get a player that performs like Kepa did. For example, Kepa's never going to perform all the time like he did against Aston Villa. He's going to have a drop in form, and it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And that, unfortunately, was today. And, for the large part, it wasn't his fault. And it goes back to what I said about results as well. You're never going to get a result that goes your way in football, because if you did, football would be quite boring if everything went your way, But for me, I'm going to, Ben, you've said 6. Mark, you've said 7. I'm going to say, all right, I'll mix it up. I'll say 6.5.
Okay, 6.5. Yeah. So we've just had a comment come in from MCIG. He says, feels bad, man. We knew this was going to happen. Yeah.
Oh, did we? I mean, not getting turned over 4-1.
No, we knew it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah. Well, my prediction was 2-1.
My prediction was 3-1.
Also, let's not forget as well, Brighton have been on a winless run as well. That's their first win since Potter left.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, MCIG, thanks for
thanks for your comment.
Yeah. Let's move on now to Cucurella. Cucurella, poor performance all game. Didn't look sharp, didn't look strong, didn't look quick, didn't look like he didn't look like he wanted to be there. He didn't look bothered, and that really bugged me today. He was my standout worst performer. I'm gonna say, based on the fact of he's got lots of ability, he's got bags of ability, but didn't show it today.
But also, Ben, as well, this is where the question needs to be. Not only is it's not just the player's fault as well, because then Graham Potter's going to see this. So is Graham Potter going to play him in that position again? And if he plays him in that position again, you've got to put your pointer finger at Potter as well for playing him in that position, because Potter sees him week in, week out of training as well. So ridiculous. I mean, sorry, I just wanted to say that as well.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. Cucurella, though, playing out of position, I can understand he's not going to perform at his best out of position, but he can play there. Based on his performance today, and based on the fact that I think he's good, and I do like the guy, but I'm not going to base it off that. Actually, I'm going to base it purely off today. I'm going to say a 4.5 out of 10. Dad, Cucurella.
Yeah, he wasn't the same player today as he's been in previous games. I find, he's sort of not slowing down, but, following suit in some ways to a few other players I could mention. What are they thinking when they're on there? Like I said, in every player there, near enough today, there was no hunger. There was no thirst to win, he was another one who was frequently, losing the ball. He wasn't defending appropriately. It's just as if, I don't want to fucking be here. That's what you got from him. Yeah. From what I've seen of him previously, as opposed to today, I would give Cucurella about a 5.5.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my top end.
Okay.
Yeah.
So MCIG has come back in again with another comment in the chat saying Cucurella isn't in shape. He had 2 good matches with us, then he dropped a lot of weight. Yeah, that's a fair comment because he was in hospital a few weeks ago. So yeah, I can understand that. Guys, we've just hit 100 views on the stream. So
thank you guys.
So
yeah,
much
lovely. That's brilliant. Come on in and join us.
Yeah, Chris, Cucurella.
I like Cucurella. I think he's best used as a left wing back. I think his pace, his delivery of balls are best used there. And, using him as a centre back, it's like playing Raheem Sterling as a goalkeeper. It doesn't work, it won't work. So, as I say, Cucurella's best used as a left wing back. And I like that, though, because you've got Cucurella, you've got Ben Chilwell there. That's what I'm talking about as well, with depth. Yeah. Chilwell gets injured, you've got Cucurella. If Cucurella gets injured, you've got Chilwell. When Reece James gets injured, you've got nobody. So, anyway, speaking about Cucurella, his best position, in my opinion, is a left wing back. There's no point playing him as a centre back, and the evidence is there today. I'm going to give him a 3.
Okay, fair enough. Cheers, Chris. Moving on now into the centre back, Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva is a very, very, very good centre back. He's one of the all-time greats in the centre back position. You've got the likes of Thiago Silva, Sergio Ramos. Who else you got? Some of the all-time greats. I can't remember some of the names. Going back.
Maldini,
Cannavaro, Nesta, all these sorts of players. Yes, these are the sort of players I mean. Now Thiago Silva is in with those. He's in with those. But today he just looked no good. He looked no use to anyone. He looked fed up. He didn't look like he wanted to be there. He just looked tired. He looked out of energy. In fact, I think that tackle he got again the other day when he got wrestling on
rugby
the floor. Yeah, rugby tackle. I think that affected him. I think maybe he's carrying a knock, but other than that, I can't really defend him. So I'm going to say a solid 5 because it is what it is. He's Thiago Silva at the end of the day. I want to defend him, but I can't. There's no reason I could defend him today. He's not been that great. Dad, Thiago Silva.
Okay, Thiago Silva, yeah. A very, how can I say, not even a mediocre performance from him today. He, normally, we can't falter with Thiago Silva. Today, he looked lackluster. It's as if, things was on his mind. He was tired. Could be, they've been doing so much traveling, so many tournaments that we're playing in. There's many to come. Starting in the new year with the FA Cup. We've got the Carabao Cup. We in that? Yes, yeah, we are. And it's no excuse. It's no excuse though. Every game we go to play, no matter whether it's in the Premier League or whether it's in the Champions League or whatever tournament, we should play, not 99%, not 100%, 101%. We must need that thirst, that hunger. And this is where we're missing. Yeah. And, you get one bad player on the pitch, then the other 10, seem to fall apart as well, but I would give Thiago Silva today, out of a score of 10, I would give him, somewhere about a 4.5 to a 4.5 to a 5. Yeah, very poor performance from him today, but
yeah. Okay, Chris.
It's not very often you see a performance like that today from a professional like Thiago Silva.
Yeah,
disappointing, but I believe it's a one-off. I don't believe it's one of those ones where it will continue to drag on.
Yeah,
and I don't think it will be I think this will be the only time that I give them this rating. 3.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Fair play, Chris. Yeah. So that's that. Now let's move on into the wing backs. We had.
Well, you missed out. Chalobah.
Oh, Chalobah.
You're going to say him now. You're going to say him now.
Okay, so Chalobah. So Chalobah looked decent today. He looked okay. First game we've lost under him. With him in the team. And I think I'm gutted. I'm gutted for that because he for the last few games he's looked top quality. He's looked one of the real mainstays in the squad since Fofana got injured. I don't blame the own goal on him. I can't really blame, he shouldn't be in that position in the first place, as you said earlier, Chris. But my view on Chalobah today, I'm going to give him 6.5 out of 10. Dad?
Chalobah, yeah, despite that own goal that he scored, it's really piss poor performance, really. He sort of did brighten up a little bit in the second half. Chalobah, in the last few games I've seen him, especially against Wolves and in the Champions League, he's played a solid game in defence for us. I would give him around about a 5 to a 6 somewhere, But, like I say, despite his own goal, what can you do?
Chris?
Yeah, I seem to be. I may as well just keep the same script for all the defenders. Poor. Just that third goal when Brighton, or was it the fourth goal when Brighton scored their fourth?
Yeah,
it just popped it off for me in terms of if you have to look at a player, and he was poor today, Chalobah. It was lazy. He was walking. Okay,
yeah.
it doesn't until that ball goes in the back of the net. You work to defend that ball. Kovacic is there, not even looking behind him. The basics of defending, your awareness, your situation, the position you're in the pitch. You need to be aware of how many opposition players are around you. Kovacic is not looking behind him, and then Chalobah should be realising that and pushing towards the Brighton player. But he's walking back, no effort, no nothing. You two have been generous. I'm going to give him a 3. The defenders were as bad as each other today. I can't just give one a 2, then one a 3. A 3 for Chalobah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on into the wing backs now. Starting off with Raheem Sterling at left wing back. Let's face it, Sterling is not a wing back. We've learned that today.
So why is he playing?
God knows. But I think what we have to realise as well is he's not been on the best of form recently. I mean, look, I don't hate the guy. I don't really think he's a flop. We need to see him in a full season for that for us to prove that and to say, okay, this is what it is. But Sterling just didn't play well today. Every time he was running with the ball, he got it taken off him. Every time he tried to shoot, he got blocked. Every time he tried to do his skill, go and take on some players, he just ran into them, and it was poor. It wasn't good enough. I think Sterling can be amazing when he wants to be. He can be absolutely amazing, but today was just no. I'm going to give Sterling. I guess you two are going to be generous with him. So I'm going to say a solid 2.5. 2.5 out of 10. Dad?
Yes, coming on to Raheem Sterling.
Controversial.
I did notice today that he's one of these players. He hogs the ball a lot as well. He's trying to take on the world, be there. I don't know whether he wants to be the next Eden Hazard or whatever. But many a times I'm saying pass, yeah, and he was feeding it straight into the feet of the Brighton players, yeah. He wasn't the same player today as he's been in saying that, in the last couple of games I've seen a decline in Raheem Sterling, but no two games are the same. But today I would give him an overall, I would go between sort of like a 5 and a 6 for Raheem Sterling. Yeah, no more than that.
Okay, so Chris, what about you?
Poor performance again. I mean, the amount of times I've said poor in this stream, the amount of money. If you donated £1 every time I said poor, you know what I mean? I'll be a millionaire by the end of the stream. No, look, poor performance. But then again, Ben, you said it, mate. He's not a wing back, so then you've got to ask the question: why is he playing as a wing back? Okay, so then the finger also goes towards Potter. yeah, poor performance. No, I mean, he linked up well, done a good pass to, was it Gallagher? Gallagher puts the ball towards the Robert Sanchez, and then the ball goes to Gallagher, Pulisic. And what does Pulisic do? He hits the side netting.
Yeah.
Just our luck today. Yeah, I'm going to give him a 4.5.
4.5.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Mumble has just come in with a comment. I'm just waiting for it to load it. There we go. So Mumble has come in and said, if you did sell Werner and sack Tuchel, you Todd better in the morning sell Pulisic, Havertz, Raheem, and sack Potter. Ooh, Chris, I'm going to let you answer this one.
Let me read the comment again. Right. If you dare to sell Werner and sack Tuchel, you Todd better in the morning sell Pulisic, Havertz, Raheem, and sack Potter. Okay, first of all, selling Werner was the best option, not only for us, but for him. That suits everybody. Can you keep this comment on the screen, please, Ben? Because I want to dissect this ridiculous comment, right? So, look, the selling of Werner is the best for all parties. Look, he's in Leipzig, he's enjoying his career, he's playing football, he's enjoying himself. Great. We're still suffering in the process because we've still got a lot of bums in the squad, right? But we're still performing, and we're, it was never going to work. So, selling Werner was the best option. Sack Tuchel was, for me, the wrong option, so I agree with you there. Sell Pulisic, I agree. But let's face it, Pulisic sells a lot of shirts in America. It's what these Americans look at. They look at shirt sales and how many times can they print his name in the back of a shirt. So it's never going to happen, is it? And as for Havertz, I like the guy. I did like the guy. Bang average this season. I mean, no doubt he's going to do, upload a picture on Instagram with his dog. No doubt Havertz will do that. That's what Havertz does best. He has more uploads with his dog than he does goals and assists for Chelsea. Bang average this season. So, and Raheem, come on. No, Raheem will not be sold. And as for sacking Potter, if he can't handle pressure, that will be the only way it is.
And then he's continued with another comment. Werner with a winner again today for Leipzig. And then he's also...
Right, yes, exactly. But he's playing and he's enjoying himself in a league that is not as intense as the Premier League.
And then he's turned around and said as well, this. Werner had 27 goals and assists and 9 pen in the first season. And we got bum Lukaku and put 29 guys in front.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then he's gone on to say this as well. Werner, Hyde, Mount, and Havertz weaknesses, and now Raheem can't contribute.
Well, that's not true, because as a collective, we were still calling out the likes of Havertz. A lot of people will not call out Mount for some reason. I don't know what Mount has over these people, but I will not be afraid to call out Mount. Mount's been poor as well. But can we go back to the player ratings, please?
Yeah, of course we can. We can. So we're moving on to Pulisic. For me, Pulisic, he's not a wing back. But he's not a good player at the moment either. He's not good. He's looked good a couple of games. Maybe the Wolves game, maybe the Palace game for that few minutes. Looked decent against, who was it the other day? Who did we play on the weekend, lads? Just not this weekend.
What do you mean?
Last weekend.
But last weekend was Man United.
Come on, he looked half decent. But today was...
Are you not noticing the words you're saying, by the way? Half decent, half good. That's what I'm saying. Bang average.
Exactly. And so, based on the fact of today's performance and the fact he's not a wing back, I'm going with a 3. I'm going with a 3 out of 10. Dad, what about you?
Thoughts on who we talking about? Pulisic. Oh, right. Well, Pulisic has never been the same player as he was when he came to us, in his first season, he sustained an injury, didn't he? Jonas was the second
first season under
first
Lampard.
Season, yeah. And, he's sort of like 80% there, yeah. But, he's still got that ability, to sort of like get the front of the goal, but he still can't, eat his dinner, as to say. Yeah. And a lot of, just like a number of them, he's another one. he delays pulling the trigger. Yeah. It's his pause with them. Now I don't know whether it's where they bottle it, fright, but Pulisic, as he played today, I would sort of, I'd use somewhere around like the 6 mark or something, but he didn't cut it for me.
Okay, Chris. Chris is gone. I don't know where Chris is gone. We'll try and get him back
His
in.
beer
now.
was calling, or his supper.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
But Champion says we've missed J5 today. Yep, I agree. We missed J5.
Yeah.
My rate. So Chris has just messaged me and said continue with the ratings. So moving on into the midfield, Loftus-Cheek. Loftus-Cheek for me was absolutely pathetic today. He was absolutely pathetic. He was a waste of time.
Yeah.
I don't like the guy. I don't dislike the guy at all. He's a good player when he wants to be. But but today was just not good enough. His passes were poor. His running was poor. He was off the ball. Running, his off the ball movement was good. Champion has just come in and said lube cheek. Lube cheek. But Loftus-Cheek for me, not good enough today. Own goal as well. I'm going to put him as a 2.5 out of 10. What about you, Dad?
Yeah, he's played pretty decent in some of the previous games. Today, despite the own goal, he was very sort of lackluster in his performance. Slow, he wasn't making the runs that he's made in previous games. So overall, I think based on today, I would give him around about a 4.
Yeah. So Chris has just popped into the chat and said, got a phone call, mate. Back in 5 to 10 minutes. We'll continue the ratings when I'm back, mate. Okay, great, Chris. Cheers, mate. So moving on into Kovacic.
Thank you for your, what's this, Scampion, is it?
Yeah. Scampion, thank you for your comments.
Yeah.
So, I think moving on to Kovacic. Kovacic looked okay today. He was probably one of our better players on the pitch. Champion says share Streamyard link so people can join. So what we're doing, Champion, is basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna provide a post-match phone in as from the next game on the Zagreb game. Today is just about getting the match preview out, so we won't be doing that today. But next time you join, next time we do this, we'll get people in. Moving on, as I was talking about Kovacic. Kovacic looked decent today. I'm going to give him a solid 5 for his performance. Dad, what about you?
Kovacic, I would. He did intermittently play very well. Like I say, he's always a good midfielder. He works very well, with Loftus-Cheek in the past. Also with Jorginho when Jorginho was on his game. But, he was reasonable today. Yeah. He did have a few goals, didn't he? A few shots.
He did. I think so.
Yeah. Basically, I would give Kovacic a 6 out of
6 out of 10. Yeah,
6 out of 10.
Okay, moving on into then the front three of Mason Mount. Mason Mount start off with Mason Mount. I don't like him today. I didn't like him at all. He was poor. He was awful. I don't know. He really annoyed me today. He was good at points. His running was decent on and off the ball.
Yeah.
But apart from that, never saw really anything to him. My thoughts on Mason Mount are my own, so hate me or love me for it. I don't care. This is my channel, and I will say what I want about Mason Mount because it is my opinion. 1.5 out of 10. Mason Mount. What about you?
Ooh. Right.
What about you, Dad?
Mason Mount. Now Mason did sort of come back, and I noticed it, in the games against AC Milan and games against Wolves. Well, the game against Wolves, not games. Yeah. So, in the last two games, where we've had draws, yeah, especially against Man United, then I started to see a little bit of a decline, a lot of hesitation in him, going back to his previous, attitude where, rather than, run and hunt the ball down, yeah, a walk for it or a slow jog. This is what I'm getting. Yeah. Today was a very important game. It was about face. Yeah. And, with their manager jumped ship to join us. Yeah. Okay. We're a far superior club to Brighton. Yeah. Our track record and our silverware says all that. But I will say, yeah, today was about face. And we turned up there and we fucking bottled it. End of story. Every player just bottled it. Yeah. So, yeah. What did I say I was going to give Mount? Did I?
3 or 4. Was
No,
it?
no. I would have given Mount around about a 5 today. Yeah,
That's
that's
generous.
Yeah, being
that's
generous,
very generous.
Yeah.
Moving on then to Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher actually looked pretty decent today. Conor Gallagher had moments where he looked decent and he looked okay. He looked, he looked comfortable on the ball. He was one of our better players today. I like Gallagher. I think he's a future talent. I do think he's got potential to be that player is in the mold of Lampard. Nothing like Lampard, nowhere near as good as Lampard, but in the mold of Lampard. A similar style of football to what Lampard used to play. I'm going to give Gallagher a 4.5 out of 10 for the fact that he actually had chances today and he actually got all his shots on target, which was excellent for me, in my opinion. Just to do that is enough for me.
Yeah.
Dan, your thoughts on Gallagher?
Yeah, I've seen Gallagher come on in heaps and bounds, and each game he's played, he's seemed to, be getting more experience, a little stronger, more initiative. But today, yeah, I think he was trying earnestly, but it's hard now to say, because when you've got so many players, letting the team, and you've got one player who does sort of shine for you a little bit. Gallagher, was trying. That's all I can say. But again, when you've got him in amidst, the shit we had today, yeah, then it's hard to really reflect on what his performance was.
Yeah.
So this is why I'm going to give Conor Gallagher about a 6.5.
Yeah. Okay. And then moving on to Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz was very poor today. The only thing that he really contributed was a goal.
Yeah.
But based on that goal, I'm going to give him a good rating because he scored a goal. I believe in Havertz. I do believe in Havertz coming back eventually. Chris is back into the stream. I'm going to add him back in. Hi, Chris. Thank you for coming back.
No worries, lad. Had a phone call. So, Pulisic is where we left on. I never gave him a rating.
Just give you ratings for Pulisic, Kovacic.
Well, yeah, we'll go through player by player because I'll forget me. So, starting with Pulisic. Look, Pulisic, yeah, bang average. I mean, the guy's not been consistent since what? Frank Lampard was here. He never had a run of consistent performances since Frank Lampard was here, and he's been bang average. He doesn't want to be here by the looks of things. Okay, I'm going to say a 1.
A 1, yeah.
Okay. So moving on to Loftus-Cheek.
To be fair, he was non-existent today. I mean, apart from the on goal, what else did they do? I mean, there might as well have been a ghost on the pitch. And I mean, that's quite fitting because Halloween's coming up, so I might as well have been a ghost. To be perfectly honest with you, yeah, bang average, 1.5.
Okay, and Mateo Kovacic. Have we done Mateo Kovacic?
No. I don't know. I mean, that the summary of that defending. I know he's not a defender, but you should still realise your awareness, your surroundings around you in the box. I'm going to give him a 3.5.
Okay, and then Mason Mount.
As I say, he might as well have been left in London. He was non-existent today as well. I mean,
Yeah.
never done anything. A 1.
Okay. And then Conor Gallagher.
Good assist. Great assist for Havertz to put in. Should have been doing better with his chance. I'm going to give him a 5.
Okay, and then so guys, we're going to move on to the final rating now. Kai Havertz. Kai Havertz for me got the goal. Was decent. That was the only decent thing he actually did in the whole game, which was really annoying because the rest of the game, apart from the goal, he looked shambolic. He was poor. His touches were great. But overall, I'm going to give him a decent rating because of the goal. I'm going to give him a 4.8 out of 10.
That's a great rating.
And Dad, for you, Kai Havertz?
Yes, swings and roundabouts with Kai Havertz. He's been sort of piss poor for, many games throughout the season. But where he hasn't been creative, he doesn't know what the hell he's doing. He's sort of like in the bloody twilight zone most of the time. But we did see sort of a bit of a revival of him. When he scored that belter against the other night. Who was that?
RB Salzburg.
Salzburg, yeah. And sometimes I look at him and. I feel quite sorry for the lad as well, because, this is a world-class player, a young world-class player playing for the German international team, yeah? He goes home, he can bag, a number of goals. They come to our club, Chelsea, and it's like, they're having a picnic on the pitch. So... Again, another sort of lackluster performance. Despite him, he scored a goal, which was a complimentary goal for us.
Yeah.
We were 3-0 down at that time. But I will give Kai Havertz a rating today. Maybe I'm just feeling sorry for him. I will give him around a 5. Yeah.
Okay, so that's good. It's a decent rating.
Mm-hmm.
So Mumble has just come in with another comment. And I said, what is this lad? What is his position? Not suited for us at all, is he? 72 million, his contract finishes in 2 years. I don't know. I don't know what to say about that.
Do you know another thing? Yeah, right. So we talk about some of the mediocre clubs, the ones who are down, especially towards the bottom of the table, yeah, and sort of, they're just fighting for survival, yeah. One day, I believe that could be us down there fighting for survival. But let me just say this, and I many a years I've remembered, players, football games, and clubs, and more so ever today than previously. Yeah. It seems to me that there are so many pressures on players. Yeah. One of the reasons is, right, I could talk outside of football, in many sports, in politics or whatever. Everyone's made a celebrity today. Yeah. Now, years ago, people, whether you were a football player, a rugby player, a boxer, whatever, yeah, you were a sports person. Now, yeah, you're sort of like an entertainer, celebrity, and this is where a lot of pressures come.
Yeah.
And, they're being flown here, there, and everywhere, to play games. Yeah. They're spending little time with their families. Yeah. Yeah, there's so many. So there are pressures on them. There are a lot of mental health issues as well. So, and I come back to this, time and again. But, you know, they're only human after all.
Yeah.
But today,
So they could
no
be bothered.
excuses. They went there, they bottled it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
So
it
we'll
was
hand
all
over to
about
Chris
face.
now, who will give his thoughts on Kai.
Look, I like Kai. I like Kai when he came from Leverkusen. And he done well at Leverkusen. I mean, I think we overpaid a bit, but end of the day, Leverkusen demanded that price and we paid for him. And when he came to Chelsea, I thought, wow, we've got a good player here. We've got a good player. And his performances have just not added up. His performances have been decent performance there, bad performance there, good performance there, average performance. It's never been a consistent good. And it's not warranted the price tag. He's living off a Champions League final goal. He really is. And as I say, he takes more pictures with his dogs than he does scoring and assisting for Chelsea. So I am going to give him a 1.
Okay. So Mumble has just come in with a comment, and he says Kai plays too much Xbox and does fashion. He reminds me of Ravel Morrison or Dele Alli.
I wouldn't go that far. I mean, no, I wouldn't say that. But you know, his head needs to be in the game, big time.
Yeah,
big time.
I agree.
But some of the players are too comfortable, and I think we need to give another rating to one player that came on, Mendy.
Oh.
Do you want to give ratings to the players that came on, or?
Yeah, we can give them quickly. Just brief, thoughts. So Mendy, I didn't really enjoy watching him play. It was like pulling teeth. I don't like the keeper. I don't think he's a very good keeper anyway. He's living off a one season wonder sort of thing with Chelsea. I'm going to give him a 0.5 just because he conceded a goal as well. Dad, you?
Oh, like I say, you said a one season wonder. Now, when Mendy first came to play for us, there was that story about him. He came from nothing, basically, and to, it's a bit like a Cinderella story, and to be, one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League, and if not in the world, yeah. And then he lost it. Somewhere along the line, it was repeated, in every game where he was making a mistake. He was out of goal, out of the box, halfway up the field, trying to play football with the players, the tackle and everything where we went down the goal. He's lost us quite a few games, Mendy. But today, when I seen him back in goal, I was having a case of deja vu. Oh my God, so we were totally exposed to it. It's as if, a lot of faith has gone,
I agree.
out of him. And Mendy, I would give him, I wouldn't give him a 0.5. That's a bit of a kick in the teeth for somebody who maybe was trying to sort of redeem themselves and, come back. I would give Mendy about a 3.5. Yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Chris?
I thought when he came on, he done okay. I mean, he made the stop. It's not his fault that Chalobah decides to walk back to his goal where Kovacic is just an absolute dumbass and he can't realise who's around him. As for Mendy, I thought he made a good stop. Twice, I think it was. I think he made the stop twice and then the goal was in. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, for the time he spent on the pitch, he's been bang average. There you go again. It might as well just pay me for saying this word because I've been saying it that much. He's been bang average this season, but when he came on today, I thought he done well. Not well, but I thought he done okay. So I'm going to give him. I'm going to give him a 5.
A 5. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Young Tone says, "Hey guys, welcome to the stream. 18 concurrent viewers in the stream at the moment. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. That's amazing. Guys, if you could like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn the notification bell icon on, that'd be really helpful. It's really important that we get as many subscribers as possible now, and we build this YouTube community. But yeah, moving on to Brozier. Brozier, for me, Brozier looked decent. He always looks decent when he comes on. He always does. He looks energetic, full of fire, and that's what you want in a guy. Reminds me of Costa in many ways. And for that reason alone, I'm going to give Brozier a 5 out of 10. A 5 out of 10, yeah. 21 concurrent viewers in the stream as well.
Brilliant.
That's amazing.
Thank you very much, guys.
Dan, your thoughts on Brozier?
Yeah, this is another young man, who has served time at Southampton. He came back to us, especially against Wolves when he scored that goal. He's coming on in leaps and bounds, Brozier. You can actually see him being, creative on field as well. And, he's got the hunger for these goals, So, yeah, I would give Brozier, sort of, even though we didn't see a lot of him, I would give him about a 7.5 to an 8, Brozier. Okay. Yeah, because he does get on the pitch and he does try, earnestly to score goals for the clubs. And but this is what I mean, about, we sort of have, sort of 2 or 3 good games, and then we sort of lose the interest. The players can't be bothered to turn up. Today they went there, they bottled it, and that's the end of story. Yeah, and when you go in, I don't care whether you're a rugby player, a football player, again, a boxer or whatever. Yeah, sound mind, sound body. Yeah, those 2 things must be working harmoniously. And today they went there, and I think, not just as physically, I think they were mentally fucked.
Yeah,
yeah.
But it is what it is. So MCIG says I blame the midfield, and Potter got it all wrong. I understand that. I understand people's frustration, and I understand, your thoughts. Guys, so what I'm going to do for a few minutes is I'm going to open the floor to I'm going to open this to the floor. I'm going to bring some people in. I'm going to get Chris back in, and we're going to add some others in, and we're going to give our thoughts. But guys, please, one by one, give your thoughts. I will call you in when it's your turn. So I'm going to send the link out now to my Twitter. So go and follow my Twitter at Talking Blues YT. You should find me on there. And yeah, guys, this should be really good. So just bear with me a minute. Just let me download this, and then I'll share this out. Chris, do you want to just give your final thoughts on Brozier and that?
Yeah, bang average again. I'm going to give him a 2.
A 2? Oh.
Right, fair enough.
Just and an overall team rating, bloody hell, a 1.
yeah.
Jeez, Chris. Jeez.
I'm going to give a rating for Potter. I'm going to give him a 1 as well, because selections poor.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
I'm also going to paste this in the group chat, in the chat as well, guys. So come and give us come and chat to us. Anyone who wants to, feel free.
People have been asking to join the stream, so here's your chance.
Yeah, exactly. Here's your chance to have your say, guys. But please, one at a time, and we will call you in. We will cue you in when we think you're good to. When we think it's a good relevant time. So yeah, anyone who wants to come in, please feel free. We can have up to, I think it's like 6 in here at a time. So yeah, come and join us. We just hit. We just hit 21 concurrent viewers in the stream as well.
That's good. Thank you, guys. Yeah,
thank you so much.
Nice to have you with us anyway. And share
anyone
your thoughts
come
with
in
us.
the stream, come and say hello. Come and
get a shout out.
Mumble said, "What's with Chalobah's hair? Looks shit."
No, come on, each to their own, innit?
Each to their own style.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like personal preference in it and whatnot, isn't it? Yeah.
I think personally Ben would suit Chalobah's hair, but each to their own.
Oh, cheers, Chris.
Yeah.
Cheers, Chris. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is with people and commenting on hair. I don't know what it is. But guys, come and give your thoughts on the game. Come in during the stream. I've put the link in the chat, So come and join us. Come and give your
Yeah,
thoughts.
yeah,
We're
come
all
down,
here. We're
yeah.
all here to be friends.
Yeah.
To build community together, and it's important that we get other people in.
Yeah.
So yeah, whenever you're ready, guys, I will add you in by one, and I will sort of cue you in. So guys, feel free to come and join us. So also, we have to give a rating to ZH.
Oh, Hakim
Ugh.
Ziyech. Yeah.
Ugh.
Now, I once used to like Hakim Ziyech, and he scored quite a few belters for us in the past. But
Yeah.
of lately, I don't know what's happened to him. Yeah. There was talk about him leaving the club as well,
Yeah,
wasn't there?
there was.
And where was he going to go? Was he going to go to
Milan.
Milan.
AC Milan.
Yeah. So yeah. I just don't know. But his overall performance, when he came on again, wasn't on for long.
Yeah.
I'd give him somewhere around about a 4. Yeah, he is that player who can score with his left foot. He's done it for us in the past. But
Yeah, but he's he's a left foot wonder. That is it.
Okay.
That is it.
Yeah.
That is the
But
bare
some people,
minimum.
But some players are not gifted with the 2 legs. It's what they call it being ambidextrous and one thing and another.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
So guys, we're gonna leave this running now till 12, and then that'll be it then.
Yeah.
So
tomorrow we're gonna be
doing this. We're gonna be doing a stream again tomorrow. We're gonna be doing 2 streams. We're gonna be doing the Chelsea Sundays, which Chris, you are welcome to come on with us if you'd like.
Yeah, I just want to simply say about Ziyech. I like Ziyech when he came from Ajax. I think Ziyech can play well in a back 4.
Yeah.
I think Ben, when he says he's a left foot wonder, I think that's a bit of a ridiculous statement. To be honest, he's not. He's a good player when he wants to be. But it goes back to what I said about Pulisic. If you do not want to be here, do not play here. Then, And if you think as well, Chelsea supporters want to pay the money to go and watch a football game, to watch him with a face like a smacked arse on the bench, then you're wrong. Go to Milan, enjoy the Milan, enjoy Venice, enjoy Italy, enjoy the pizza, enjoy the pasta. Bang average, mate. There you go. I'll say it again. Bang average.
So Collins is joining the stream, but it says device is not connected. So Collins, if you can hear us, you need to connect your mic or camera before you can join the stream, and then I can add you in.
Yeah.
So guys,
amateurs these days, technology.
I know, man. It's
also,
mad.
guys, I stand by what I said. I think Ben would absolutely 100% suit Trevor Chalobah's hair, and I stand by that.
I stand by the fact that you would you'd suit David Bowie's makeup.
David Bowie, good singer.
Yeah, but his makeup, mate.
Yeah.
That or skin.
Siggy Stardust.
Yeah. If we give Ben a silver wig, he'd look like Gary Glitter.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Rishi Sunak is a big fan of him, apparently, playing his music, something like
that. But guys, honestly, come and join in. Collins, if you can hear us, you need to connect your
He's
camera.
in the chat, Ben. He's in the chat. He said, nice to see you guys. Well, yeah, but Collins, you need to connect your mic and your camera.
Yeah, you need to actually connect your mic or camera to come in and be able to talk in the main chat.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Can you see the chat screen, Ben?
Oh, now I can, yes.
Okay.
But yeah, guys, come in and join us. Come in and say hello. We're here till 12-ish. And then we're gonna wrap it up then. But guys, honestly, your support has been amazing. It's been fantastic. It has been. Yeah. We at one point we hit 21 concurrent viewers. I haven't hit that amount of viewers before in about a month or two, and that's incredible.
It's always great to have you
16
in here,
concurrent viewers at the moment, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this video out as much as possible.
Yeah.
It really does.
If you just
help
want
us
to
out
drop
lot.
a comment about the game today, a player in particular,
Yeah.
what a shower of shit it was. Also, if you just want to, talk in general,
come and get involved.
Yeah, we're open
17
to anything.
concurrent viewers in the stream at the moment. That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
There's only one exception to the rule. If you're a Tory, piss off.
Yeah, basically, yeah. That's
or a Spurs fan.
Yeah.
And an Arsenal fan.
Or an Arsenal fan as well. Yeah.
Arsenal fan. Yeah.
I'm telling you, lads, I despise that lot.
Yeah. We don't want to ass on you.
No. But Chris, I mean, as you're a moderator, I guess you could explain the rules of what we expect from people coming in here.
So guys, since I am Ben's security guard by the looks of things, what I will say is let's be respectful.
Yeah.
Number 2, let's have banter. Banter's welcome as long as you don't cross the line. And number 3, enjoy yourself. That's the most important thing. Enjoy yourself. Come into the stream, just relax. If you've had a stressful day, let's just talk about football. Yeah, football is the beautiful game. If you want to talk about gherkins, we're speaking about pot noodles and whatever the other night. Come and do it. Enjoy yourself and just be respectful. But if you are found to be disrespectful, you will be removed from the stream.
Yeah.
Thank you, Chris. Appreciate that.
And this is
No problem. Just send that 500 quid in the post, Ben, for me reading
Yeah,
the
of
rules.
course, not a problem.
Send his wages, yeah.
But yeah,
he's your Chris is your Terry McCann,
Yeah.
And Ben looks like a dodgy Arthur Daly.
Monica Lewinsky.
But yeah, Collins, we're still waiting for you to connect your mic up if you can. Please I'm just gonna check the chat now to see what's going on. You subscribing to the channel apparently. Okay, great. That's great. Thank you. Yeah. So, guys, 18 concurrent views in the stream at the moment. That's incredible. That's amazing. MCIG says, he says, our attackers cannot be all bad. I say we need a DM. We have a DM on the bench. We have Zachariah on the bench. Why aren't we using him?
Yeah.
Surely there's got to be something else we can do. There's got to be something else other than what we're doing now, because our midfield has no oomph to it.
Mm-hmm.
Would you agree, Chris?
Say that again.
Our midfield, it has no oomph. We need a defensive.
It's the biggest
midfielder.
weakness. We've got no.
Yeah.
What? Kovacic, Jorginho, and Kante. Kante's leaving. He's injured now for 4 months. Jorginho was on his last year. Kovacic is good, but we need more. We need more reinforcements. So it's the biggest weakness in the team.
Can you see Kante coming back?
No, he's done.
No, I think,
I think he's done.
He's
There's
done,
rumours about him going to Barcelona, which are really irritating me.
Take him. I don't care.
Yeah, he won't get the wages.
He's on 300k a week, and he's always in the NHS.
Yeah, he's always in the NHS. Yeah, get a cuppa and a sandwich free.
We're not going to that. It's tax free.
Yeah.
MCIG says Zachariah is a bit like Bakayoko, but at this point, I'm willing to give anyone a try. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Fantastic player. Timu Bakayoko, fantastic player.
But yeah, when he was at Monaco, maybe.
Yeah. No, I would say he's better than Zidane, to be honest.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, fantastic, Chris.
Come on, Collins, get your mic and camera sorted, man.
Yeah, come on, we're waiting, Collins. Guys, if anyone else wants to jump in the stream as well, feel free. We're open to all people and all views, all thoughts. Please just come and join us. I'm just looking now at the channel. Just checking out our latest. We've got 224 subscribers with 108 videos, and that's impressive. Yeah, that's actually really, really great.
If you guys subscribe, like. Yeah,
make sure you like, comment, subscribe, turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. Share this video out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out. We really do appreciate it.
Now, Ben, I've got some questions for you, mate.
Go on, then.
So that background, that wall, do you not think it's a bit? You need some colour, mate, in that wall.
It's only just been decorated.
No, I mean like a brighter colour.
It's yeah, okay.
Okay.
More
As for the
questions.
mirror, I'm surprised the mirror's not correct. And as for the telly, what size is the telly?
It is
Fucking hell, 10-inch.
19-inch.
All right. So 9 inches more than what I said.
Yeah,
It's a 9-inch telly.
19-inch.
Oh, it's not bigger than that, isn't it? I
Actually,
think
it's about 30. It's about 30.
No, it's about
Fucking hell, you're like a Tory, you. Still have one answer.
22, something like that.
22-inch. I'm gonna say.
22, I would say a bit bigger
Yeah.
than that. Maybe,
But
I
yeah,
don't know.
guys,
I
like
don't know.
Collins, where are you? Are you able to join in or not?
If you can't, don't worry.
Don't
But
worry, but we
yeah,
will be
we
doing
could-
this again tomorrow.
yeah, we'll
Chris,
talk
are
you through it. Yeah.
Yeah, are you available tomorrow for Chelsea Sundays?
Well, am I available tomorrow for what?
Chelsea Sundays, 12
Midday.
Chelsea
midday start.
Sundays.
Our
What?
Chelsea Sunday stream.
What's that?
We did it last weekend, and you commented you were going out for your Sunday dinner.
All right.
Oh, when you were talking about the
Yeah.
Chelsea women's or something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no, I'll probably check myself into fucking a psychiatrist after watching that performance today, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, sure. Yeah, send me the link, mate. Yeah, sure.
That's the other thing I want to come out with and say, the women are putting the men to shame.
Yeah.
They're winning
They
left,
are.
right, and
They
centre.
They are.
Emma's
quite embarrassing,
prodigy.
really.
They are amazing. Yeah.
But yeah, listen, guys, if Collins hasn't joined in by 12, we're going to end the stream then. But guys, any more points on the games today? I think
Well, yeah, what time is that stream tomorrow?
12 o'clock midday.
Oh, what do you mean the game on the
game is at 2 o'clock. We
2
kick
o'clock.
off the
So what are you doing? Right, okay, so you're doing that stream first, and then what?
Doing the watch along.
Then the watch along.
Okay, then the watch along. Then what you do? You doing a review after that?
Yeah, we're doing a review after that.
I mean, I may as well join in for the review then.
Yeah, you might as well then. Yeah. Okay, then that's fine. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, guys, like honestly, we're just waiting on Collins to see what's going on.
Yeah, he ran away.
Yeah.
Collins says he's having a problem with his microphones. Guys, please, I am sorry. Okie dokie then. No worry, Collins. What we'll do then is me, my dad, and Chris will wrap it up here. And if we could do this tomorrow on this app, I'll try and set it up on this app.
Yeah, we'll talk you through it.
We'll talk you through it, and we'll be able to get everyone that wants to come on and join us. And then we'll go from there. But guys, we're going to end the stream here. Chris, any final thoughts on the game before we finish up?
It was crap.
Absolute shit.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Final words from you, Dad?
Yeah. Well, I think, if I was to compare this game today with Brighton, it's the same state of players we got as a fucking government. And yeah, it's it was a shower of shit performance. And I just feel sorry for, the people who bought tickets.
Yeah,
and
Mr. Chris
drove down to Brighton today, with the hope of,
Well, what I can say is if there's anything I can take out of that game is just pay your taxes and don't be a Tory.
Yeah, exactly.
MCIG,
big up to your prop Chels and shed ends. Yep. Thank you, MCIG. Appreciate that.
Yep.
Up the Chels. But yeah, guys, we're gonna end it here.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for watching today. If you have enjoyed, please make sure you smash that like button, you comment, subscribe, you turn that notification bell icon on to be notified when we upload. You share this stream out as much as possible, guys. It really does help us out. Thank you so much today. Thank you, Chris, for attending. Thank you, Colin, for almost attending.
Chris,
Thank you, Colin. Collins for almost.
Before you end, Collins has said something in the chat, mate.
Oh, okay. Let's have a look.
Andrew,
he says, anywhere I can catch you, Ben, with an email or Facebook. I love your content. Yeah. Okay. Phil, I'm gonna drop my email in this chat right here. Okay, Collins. So it's.
Okay, now you're lucky I'm here, man. Keep her on top of things, man.
Yeah, that's
my
it.
secretary's from Chris, just wear a nice skirt and that.
Yeah, his private secretary.
I think when Ben starts hitting the views, the 500k views, 1 million views, I should be getting at least 70% of that share.
Yeah, there you go. So feel free to contact me on that, Collins. I've just stuck that in the chat for you. So come and
Yeah,
so
Collins.
come and get,
You come down.
Yeah, come and join
us.
Come and
You're
give us a
welcome.
message. MCIG said we need to take Goonies down. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, guys, that's the final comment.
And your mother says it's a 30-inch.
Yeah, it's a 30-inch TV.
Yeah, go measure.
There you go.
I'm not going to say it.
Don't get us back on track.
Go measure yourself.
Goonies, Collins.
Yeah.
Thanks so much. I'm pleased with you guys. I promise to look for a job tomorrow to buy a new microphone. It's not easy here with finance. That's fine. Get in touch with me and I'll see what I can do. We can see what we can do to help you in any way.
Yes,
guys. Please make sure MCIG says keep the blue flag flying high. Yeah, up the Chels. We're getting the stream here. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Chris. Chris, I will give you a call in the morning to discuss what we're going to do. But guys, that's the end of the stream. Hope you all enjoy.
12 p.m. tomorrow.
12 p.m. tomorrow. Live stream. Chelsea Sundays, and then at 1:30, Chelsea women versus Aston Villa women watch along. Make sure you're there. Have a good evening, guys. Take care.
Take care, guys.
Bye, Chris. Cheers,
Bye.
mate.
Ta-ra, Chris.